Everybody, I want to hear you. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Come on. I like it from Aka on guitar. I can't hear you. Break it down. I want to hear that. Let's go. Come on.
You know, statements like that are being made that we are doing this because oral is failing. Oral is not failing. All right. Go back and check the records. I am the first Attorney General in the history of the Fourth Republic to have brought 5 corruption cases in 1 year. Go back and check the records. And what is happening in court now is rather putting pressure on them because they know that I have been so diligent in my investigations, I have been so diligent in the prosecutions that they are afraid that their people will go to jail for, you know, the acts of corruption that they engage in. And so the accusation that we are shifting focus away from oral is not something that I will pay heed to, because oral is on track and oral is going to succeed.
But for the 21st of May 2026, so check our time, and it's just 7 minutes past 6. And the more Aquabanajo, Abano Kremla Jimmy, so today Ghana News TV. Senadai, no, yet Nasia, and I say Ghana Hodo, Ghana Home, we serve the country as well as serving God. Jimmy, so now you just say, Mamun said, If I mammy kind of be say in me, Modi Mufidi no abeto hanam dia femi, say money be shia na money di punimpu, adwin Ghana ho, nsam no na hu de ko yahwe kwan ade nsem betu 2 years said e be abasabasa e bi nsi na omani tumi etumpu no afa ne tempa ifra na yakọ enim as of mine mamenda mpenifo bi ase me ame boss last week omam kopi mu ewo nkwanta. Now it was a very beautiful experience in Quantafoso Jemmy. Konya way, my first namada Nana Hima Docas as Sansu Madame Francisca, and in penny form so me or Quanta in Amadamasi. A bompa say, baby Pim Wobium. It shows a one day say, Yen no creme, oh, Quanta, no forum, oh, Nankophobia, Canadian, Nafi, funny live. It be drew honor. Biabe Kama. Now, I'm Kyle. We are live on a lot of the platforms on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, search handle Today Ghana News TV, but your Twitch and so we borderless. Can't you say to me, baby, I dem live, it's myself, baby. See, now also for I didn't check I am not a repository of knowledge. Sounds like a penny for. Sabi ya bi omo ba show nso ina no omo wonim de ani ade nso wonso de ni hia enye obi ade be kan e finance hia wa dwen kire pa fa de be kan wate High FM 93.5 e wa chim heman samre dwumedie edem live wonti wa obe honum bia no pacho fa we feed no to 93.5 wa chim heman the Eastern region na also join the program Kings Radio Accra, Jamframa TV, Rara, in the UT region, Sekina Information Center, Tatali, Northern Ghana, Adeliman Information, Community Information Center, no, Quanta, Samsung Advance TV, Aflau, Srel. All these channels, associate channels, are more pushy, you media, Echo Mia, Ghana, no, you can't the normal traditional media now, you know, and so more Buama drew and I say, Kasen Koma, Omina. And they Yama Miselba, Jumedi Nuswa, Facebook, and LinkedIn, or wherever the platform is. No, the Abayama is over share. Patrol share partner Jumedi in Quiche, because then somebody be discussing, no, and some men we hear me as Comamba and Nemo. Before I ever started Jumedi, no, my main foul and Conco Pimo, ye newspaper, the Evening Tribune. Newspaper, Ghana's only watchdog. As I'm yesterday, I purchased Ghana in Abibia Befabiano. You need our high, I share the coso. Now, you didn't some brew, pepper, even from name count, the evening news, the Evening Tribune newspaper. And then down, come. Yes. Now, Osha, the stories that made it to the front page of the newspaper, no, we see Edward Kufuor, that's the son of Kufuor, the ex-president, shaking hands with His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And the story says Edward Kufuor emerges as a strong contender for Bawumia's 2028 running mate slot. Who you are? Okay. And also not bad. Because so what's going to happen to Napo? And what I say so kakra, even though Nkofo they are this thing about him and all that, but let's see if what we are saying will come to pass. So Edward Kufuor emerges as a strong contender for Bawumia's 2028 running mate slots. Yes, Onobe Bawumia Bediche. Wow. New chairman fever sweeps NDC Germany chapter. Their ball, they see he is coming. He's coming and say didn't the more. I said the new face, Ebano, say new forces, Ebano. You billboard be will close name. So people were wondering who is coming. But the attention he's coming. Maybe it's the second coming of Jesus. And I am it was why I train him. NPP wants ungovernable Ghana over alleged harassment of members. NPP wants of ungovernable Ghana over alleged harassment of members. We someone in the Yabashane do come I think some of the things they hit up for Ghana. The Ekokoso. TTB, youth organizers say can be. Just include the TTB. And says, no, said Omuka say me, are we safe? And then I can say this and some now come on to myself. I didn't change the da said the mechanic hear me pa baby I will be and make sure you share and also bring your thoughts, your views, comments, opinions, suggestions. Now I shall come out to so. Mame enko a short break. Mame for Uncle Fa beyond makeup. Na found Francis Consort na me ba penifom no mbedi nkomoni na tenase na nei ya hwem na pansem ti me sere ko ba bia fa so fe me ntwa me humra.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
Oh, say yay! The African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026. Society, Yapa Huntim of Francis Consults, Eto Ensa Afro Esbitesa, Ewa Ghana, any Africa, Sabe showcase creativity, Ewa global stage, so we artists, fashion designer, chef, musician, Anna Empo, cultural entrepreneur, any woman, so what the African young creativity, ever the global stage, Ewa Europe, ya boy ya pomo atuho, ya show registration I say, and it's 2% participating, and now on getting more information there, any other contact in Ewa Humachu so +374 558 508 11 and +233 542 545 815. Following our Facebook, Ope and Sembisa Ana Bibi Piata Efaye Hon. Ubetimi I email and so ewo African Culture Festival 2018 at gmail.com. African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026, made of way. Africa on display, culture without borders. Yeah, that was it.
Yes, we are back with your most authentic and most interactive political talk show right here on Today Ghana News TV. We no crime me amidi jumedi emu chia me midi Lawrence apini eboa. Like I intimated earlier no. Na the catch said me penny for na abeseti na me no mo bechichi nkomo. Nemo my sure what is going on in Ghana at the moment. Serious. Serious. Very, very, very easy. I am in tears. How old is Ghana? You're saying after independence, you're saying what is happening when it comes to development, when it comes to human. Who said as a state, how are we progressing? Education by and see, we are in May, and Ghana, you can compare Ghana to the sea. You can compare Ghana to the sea. I don't know about the other part of the world, but Charlie, it's very bad, very appalling. And cry. Hey, I just in pity. I mean, what is happening? Where people now have to get land, or say this particular place they are building is a waterway. It's a waterway. They will do everything possible. They will build. And those who sell the land, you know what you are selling to people. They are when you say about issues, they are obedient. What's the main penny? Now, in so 1 minute, no be a bread. And say them people can not remember on for so abre. When you say what tongue, when you say who could share so a fine garden to choke the gutters and all that. Say in an bro. The sad thing is that in Sota, if you are not careful where you are, you can't go to work. You see, it become a norm in Ghana. It become a norm in Ghana. In the eco school now, you say, when you go to the other part of the world now, whether rain or shine, you know, you need to report. Now Ghana, because of our system, it's so now. Why I say yes, and you are not going to work or you are not going to school, wherever activities you are involved in, because in Swato. That's how we've been trained. Because system now on is so talk MP. In Sota MP. Choke gutters. Drainage systems in Anye. Nipan so ayeti o man so anka ebe boa with the actions and so cram number 2. Why? What is happening in Ghana? Let's say no ebedu is a tori bia na nipa yam hihye no sometimes you are likely to lose some money because economically I won't even go about ejuma. Students are not able to go to school. People are not able to work because it's work. So it's so quick to be just 3 minutes, 5 minutes. And the whole place is flooded. And Perry, for what are you doing? As a citizen, what are we also doing? Because our actions and inactions are very poor. It's quite appalling. And yet in Kenya by this time they say it's not a public education now. We've grown past that. We've gone beyond all this. Mini mentality I didn't madam video be circulating say Jamestown Hall say choko maybe na nso na to amame for pa Asia chest omu shenika no mu nhehwe. I will say it with no apology. Omu nhehwe na aferi omu sesa ball egu nsuo nim say so fan ko. What is all this? Are we ever going to grow? Are we ever going to grow? And the same people at the end of the day will complain, will call on government. You put burden or pressure on NADMO because in Swafa, why? Why? Can't we change? For once, can't we change? Can't we do something positive? Oh dear, country called Ghana. Why? What's happening? In fact, me who and penny some mayors and near the idea they stood up, said Charlie, so we sit down with baby, and if your property is somewhere that is blocking the water, no matter what, if people were talking, but I support the cause. Sometimes they may need to do the right thing. Said will be our better because of Nipa Bakwa 29 do bread. to do a bread. Right, you Brown Management share video, mommy. Pass your comment. Wait, I'm living fast, okay. And even before I start with the main topic, now I'll try to engage my guest on this particular worrying issue because it's been a long time coming. I do it there. And opening Odoku Kwajo Opong, our Deputy Communications Director for NPP Germany. Sansona, Mr. Charles Mensa, analyst and data analyst and management expert. Penifoi NNA or Martinasia, Yadin Kremre, Jumedi, or Today Ghana News TV, Yade Brew. Na mu yekuku dem mo adwen mu do mo akwadare yi pa wa manwese mu nti bebi a wo bia no se dem kan won so adwen che behia ba de be kan wan na yi na ye bom so mu Ghana openi Odoku Mr. Memo adwo ni akwa baba adwume de we so Ganyo Mama akwa bani adwo abadwuma we de so Charles Oyene
Hello.
Oyene Memo adwo ni akwa ba
Yeah, Lawrence. Some GDC Biaboko.
Nyame adom na I'm just pissed, you know. Sometimes you need to I don't understand why
sometimes and there will be some what take now would say common sense here ye praise ye benya benebi we bi mutrim insuato was saw baller uli kogu drainage no mu say insuo fanko na refi say insuo no ebekako and they were a point into in your man entumi enko at that beyond that stage a bit chuki na be creative flood am I one kasa we are what be blame me abaya oti baby a enyon no causes a friend is saying distraction. I think it's high time we take the bull by the horn to crack the whips on some of these things because in this age and this area, I don't expect human beings living with your friend is saying brains to behave in such a manner. It's very, very unfortunate. Say BBC in 21st century. I think we need to tighten our sanitation laws to deal with some of these things because it's becoming too much. Anytime be in Subeto or Accra be and I say Beto or Ghana be and we are having issues of flooding simply because of our attitude. Yes, it's because of our attitude. You see, we need to nurture responsible citizens. It's not a matter of democracy. No, be a sorry, no yet the open. It say this issue about free speech. People are being irresponsible. You know, your rights goes with responsibilities. In as much as you have rights, you should also bear in mind that you have responsibilities because it's simply unacceptable. Say, human being, adults, young korampo no aka say, or moon sheda ni omoye, but before boss abra we no, at least you should know say what you are doing will have effect on other issues.
Very bad, very bad. Mami welcome Odoku Kwajo Opong na mfanimra show no so. Penny Adaroma akwaba. Otemenka. Openi Otemenka. You penny ahu my diet temperature na en check manona. Na hu my ide. My na en check mano behind the scene. Penny Charles. Tete no. Na ya obibi ti say tankers. Sanitation officers. Now more call around there said the bear if you training they are there. What is happening today? Are you Sankophone in Abi? And in fact, why is it that yentimi emfa law bi mba when you go to our prisons in fact you think of what say they come na dey omo na mkutu obi ba nche na ejele omo 10 years and we have people on the street are dumping refuse everywhere. Can't we have a law? Yeah, these people we see them on the street dumping refuse everywhere near the yentimi arrest omo emam bibi kakra nye just to serve as a deterrent to people. Now yeah fan check here sanitation issues kakra.
Lawrence, to begin with this issue, I would like to extend my regards to all NDC members and in Germany and in Ghana, as well as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, wherever he is. Regards to him for the good work that he is doing for Mother Ghana. You see, we have bylaws, the assemblies have bylaws, and they also have powers to make bylaws to regulate people within their communities. So when it comes to sanitation issues, as I already indicated, we have laws to deal with these issues, save that we are not applying the laws to the latter. Town council, yes, initially na yawo microphobia omukwe fie makoye say we keep you surrounding clean and as enye clean, then they will summon you to authorities and you'll be dealt with along the line. Any be by say we should dispense with the services of these people, and that the courts or other structures were put in place to deal with such issues. Into Oshaya, better sanitation court, motor court, and other court to deal with these excesses. But unfortunately, as a country, we have not been able to reap the full benefit of these institutions. And I think it's high time we deal with this once and for all to serve as a deterrent to other persons who in future may be harboring the idea of also engaging in such unscrupulous activity. Because I am totally alarmed to see grown-up adults engage in such an act. If 2 or 3 persons have been arrested and put behind bars with punitive sentence terms, it will serve as a deterrent to other persons. Because it is just unfortunate. It is really unfortunate because if you go to advanced countries, you will not see some of these things there. And what baffles me so much is the fact that in 21st century Ghana, I least expected that such a thing will happen.
Oh, Eddie, Mami, welcome Dr. Masood Abongo into the studio, and then we'll have him briefly now. Uncle Odoku, I join you back. Mami says, "Na humano at tos Odoku." Okay, let me see if Doc is available. Say yes, Anna. I said, "Minti Odoku ano kasa." Is Doc in the studio? All right, then I would like us to progress to the issues tabled for discussion today. Hey, Doc.
Yeah, hello.
Doc, Apaba.
Yeah, Doc,
na bibi aboko there.
Yeah, me adum. I adum kwa bibi aboko. Bibi se also ho ye.
Adum ya ye wo. Doc, said ya die no. Chia nipa bi mami na me wonsemfo bi ampese bisa na area adawo ma na eja na mu kama.
Me da se. Medical achia etie for omo amutie o wiase bibi omo bia na masachia NPP grassroots bibi mu bia michio police stations executives members of NPP bibi omo bia michio na masa de this opportunity achia odoku chicheku mini papa no menunu na nene ene de wo Germany ene ma free aba Russia intimichia ne pa mo so program no so ena NDC panelist no so mechio bia was
Doc, Ghana. You've seen what is happening in Ghana. Say if there's a small downpour and how the whole place is being flooded near there. Doc, what is happening? What are the measures Amudi to make sure say we know it will be a thing of the past? That we are experiencing this. Look, it's sad. And if you hear your own.
ya nukre na ose ni ewo honum no long time I say your country no yam planning a year sevi issue to say University of Ghana I flooded that time na University of Ghana no issue to say issue rani omaye gutters and omaye deep gutters and then you covered. So you could see say that time, the leaders of our country they planned everything well. But you see, I could say pressure ba and most of the time flooding was what to say a happening wa crap. That means municipal engineers, metropolitan engineers, and I say engineers na wa Accra. I say, I'm missing name be, and I'm want to plan year. And you see any penny be no so. You are so dang. The opportunity, you are so dang. Which means say, as I see the whole once assassin, the waterlogged area, but the baby and shoe also running. Now so, the opportunity make a feel is hard, no sit down also. Then the reef is so tough. So we wait me. And the say the failure, consistent failure among the authorities, and also failure for citizens to identify, say it can become a huge problem to we the citizenry and to we ourselves. And the name of but it's time, say your institutions must work. Them for politics to a change and change. And you make sure say our institutions must work. And I believe if institutions work and systems work, a bit me I reduce sanya esino. But be it may be, Mitima can say, flooding no so. You had me natural disaster. They can't say because Asian countries, Chinese Krana, China, are a advanced developing country. At times, suit me talk, things are flooding to me, it happen. But because their institutions are working, it's here, year provisions, so that the following year, ACBU. But Ghana Nipa, then we don't learn. Your funny say, I see next time, but we don't learn, and they make provisions. So, time as so say, your authorities, any Nipa Kasan or say, you share there, then find yen kaye. Because they say, yes, share them find yen kaye. One day, we see dying, a dear veteran, na dino, no one Kasan, no more a ponoso. A boku nina ko a ponoso. We just need to be proactive and also make sure that our institutions works. And the who say this recently. Greater Accra Regional Minister Washa say among for fee. And ABC Regional Minister I was saying I say on what punish or more on one yes and what punish or more what transfer more northern region. And today say obi who transfer could be a northern region a punishment and some say all cancer. Or say engineers now, yes, Nanka also demote you to serve as punishment. You have to demote the person, not reducing the salary. And I say pure or sacking as a witness. But also have a did ordinance at times say nipa no. Why fair? And I say what as I say. And I say what building permit ever waterway so what punishing nipa no. So transfer no con origin I did the attempt. And the NDC so or here almost stronghold. Upper East region, I say Northern region. Mijidi said 2028. Yeah, NPP. Bekai Nordness pa. Say no moka. So be our Bobo Bay, you may be a punishment. And so, on mind this information, say, Northern region won't mean NDD attempt. No, so have a people to her. Until you ever kai, you knew more no. Say NDC for I can say. And to much ye no more to any papa and my NPP. Me that say.
Right. Doc, e dey nche bia obeje na mu nti mame mbo ne tete na mo api won sense me kosi sen.
Why?
Mo api
Appeal
won
no.
ye nya
It's
kosi.
here no. Abronya DC. You're granting a bill.
Mm.
You're granting a bill. Yes. Now, near me to me, I can say, judge no or court number 9, just to serve as a reminder. Party or power the NDC. Omu founding fathers. Omu metamorphose from AFRC, PNDC to NDC. Me say, omu founding fathers. And I say, party are metamorphosed from AFRC, Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, PNDC, Provision National Defense Council, ABA, as National Democratic Congress. These were the people who called judges fee, not a mere judges. Supreme Court judges fee. Echo from every family, no do mako, no more shoot ya, this is the political party. No, with this sorry to say, because some every year be judges and everybody that matters in the judiciary almost celebrate it, then they don't celebrate and now say kai sa murderous at incidents now it happen those years at the PNDC era. And so we are judging no to meet now say court number 9 Emma NDC a use a view to undermine the judiciary and also under a threaten the judicial system. I am say judge umutimi yes at the end. This is a pure political judge. Now, Omamin Kaino say maybe that party no free judges and a new question say ye just at the end. Lawrence, freedom of speech, social media, yes, obi at USA, at the attempt, obi to USA, I friend Kelvin Taylor, or the attempt, Abua Kosia, Jimini, any videos, NDC for almost celebrating, almost a good journalist on platform, or Bagana ha, national security, Efano, Emani Bagana ha, Evertina Ghana ha, any presidential guide, meet the necessary people are mope, Emani Sam Shen, to if you kruma equa. This is someone who ye are going crown over catcher or to meet the attempt due to or two for time, when a friend did the attempt. A brilliant Okaden and a chinny, Okaden. O compare bring to Kelvin Taylor, Okaden. Baba Mando, our your cartoons. Now, Minister of Communication and the president John Mahama no mo share turumu atade no. Oka den no mo chi no free chinyani ediko Greater Accra.
But
Lawrence,
do you think that was right to do
it
the
was right. It
it
was
was
right
right
with
as well.
it was right with an explanation. I don't think any yes, sir. Why don't we always have a different thought? Me who you know. What I saw is these were the heroes of LBGT fighting that LBGT law should pass. You know him Jata. He was the kangaroo. He even said we went to pass the law members bill. That time he was a hero of
If you're
someone
a
who
hero,
wants to fight.
put you in that state to show so you're a hero.
Who
But
say
that is how you perceive it. Then I will say other people to
yes,
perceive.
anything American power me bano. These were people that you who say or fight say young pass law that will criminalize LBGT. So they were heroes of LBGT. So Jata, he passed the private members bill against LBGT. Obiara kachuro aye. Emma John Dramani Mahama, so no bar over passing bill over signing. And these were the people that Ghanaian trust because LBGT had a lot of influence on voters. Nana Kufuor signing on NDC year campaign. ATI. Yes. Mimi NPP ni. I would have wished say can me party me time and on pass a bill no. And I me president and a sign it and I come their campaign. But we didn't get it that way. And then they have an advantage over it. So they were heroes of LGBT. No more a hero of Turumuturumu. Eti ni ono yeah no. Mimi who first no. Name eba ma just yes. Jata and President John Mahama. No more a hero, no more fight for LGBT. But you say Omo have a power. Omi and me so a hero of love LGBT no. Eko 2 years no. Omo antiman signing law no. Antiman pass it. Meanwhile, no, there's a lot of laws are appeal upe mining the forest was signing a passy. Oshe e-levy was signing a year free so. So that means the president could have equally do the LBGT. Commitment signing. I didn't know one signing. The so-called hero of LBGT. That is how I saw it. The picture. Cartoons. Cartoons. He didn't say oh yeah, gay and also a trum. He didn't say it was just a picture. So depending on the interpretation of the picture, no, me can say oh yeah, LBGT ni. So a hero of LGBT. Omuchi la baba mando no be a person say I didn't know sign. Nobody asks. Nibo be say I also a gay. Meanwhile, Baba Mondo did not say so. Na cartoons keke. Na sebi. Me share and I say me designing rainbow colors. Our rainbow colors is the same thing as LBGT colors. It doesn't mean I'm a gay. No. No, of course. Before you ever LBGT, now we had the rainbow colors already. House of folk had a color that resembles LBGT. Now me share, me celebrate it. In short, to an who rainbow colors now. Now you photograph it. You take a shot. It is just now that LGBT, every year some kind of topic and I say controversial issues are you colors na they can, but it is politics. So the president and the communication minister should understand. Say, politics na and the president is not above criticism. We elected him into power. It is a be it may be. Say me can say president Krano. Not really present into LBGT colors. What is the arrest about this? Arrest needed. Arrest needed.
Don't you think it's a way of tagging the president in a certain way? And you're right. Because
Definitely we can say Lawrence, unless the person comes out.
freedom of speech,
Unless the person comes out to say the president is a gay. If the person did not come out by just designing in the rainbow colors, I don't think or the dinner time. Kaya idea o didi na tam so gay, of course I'd have come to condemn it. Enya no cre. But now say, oh, Carlos na be designer no. He's a hero of gay, fighting against LBGT in Ghana. Of course, Ubetuma you see Carlos because he's fighting against it. And yeah, bad. Wow. So that time we can say the picture, you cannot just use the picture to arrest somebody. It's not done anywhere. And just look at the countries that we are known to be LBGT. USA Ukraine president just recently some country in Sweden, they voted for a gay. Is this Sweden or Finland? One of the European countries. Only voted gay as their president. Voting. No. So Okokrana, what do you call America and I say UK Parliament, and they will have a gay logo on their chest. So what is it? What is it? In any case, Ghana, Onujo Mahaman, he does not even sign the law to criminalize LBGT. And if somebody put LBGT design on him, what is the criminality about it? He have refused to sign the law of the LBGT, bill against LBGT, while signing. And this will be designed to the LBGT. It's not criminal. Why should we arrest the person? It is pure political persecution. And I bind the
would you have accepted this Awoken if it was your turn in power?
Oh, we have accepted so many things. Malik Bashintali, what me about platform so the former minister of Agric and I say you are bad, you arrest you. If you come, you go to jail. Oh, me refi sa nipanidin, but he was once an MP in the Western region. I know the documents about said this one he have spent money. These are the documents. If you come, you go to jail. Nina and your false information. It was purely false information. It doesn't have the facts. They have come to power. It's getting to 2 years. Those who said if you come, you go to jail. They have not gone to jail. Obiache Malik Basintele. Of course, no. Nipa bima pase I Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or we proconam. It was false news. Enya no kre. Obiache Omatum. No. Let's understand that we are in the era of social media. Let's understand that. And namely, Obika some of social media. Ebia, he just saying for fun. And yes, it's a threat. Or he just saying for fun. It's a new question. About sorry, I know you be left and right. No. When there was no social media, I'm all for your phone in. It me fre edit be at 10. Those days, no. Ain't you be but this time now social media, no. Obia sort no I did their video. Obia no reaction video. I was say about who say there's what we call entertainment and there's what we call threat to national security. Obi wo ho no mun kura na last TikTok star be a matching na say kura mi hunu. Akọ slim bi otumi ya na so say no hoye. Last o muchi ko jetu no we entertainer keke. We oni akukudo so obaye bibia no match na kotum. Eti Lawrence NDC ni omo ye no. Omo kai said they will not be in power forever. Omo kai say Ghanaians bu fumu da. Come 2028, they will see where the power lines are. Now, yes, yeah, ba. You bet you omoka. Because then beyond yeah, ba. You can so and yes, she. In democracy. Ye the center right. Oh, ye the center left. Oh, ye the say. There be yeah, center right, all right. But yeah, but power. There are some people, sir. There are some people or say yes, ye chi omutum. Ye mo munsuya yansa. Obi wo honuma. Say onyen an ear for an ear. Onsuya yansa. Enti omo amu di sa asam ni nyina no, sa asam boni ni nyina no. Ye ban so a, no. Jata so a minister of communication, false informations. Yes. Ono ye bidi. Those time no net bia no the above Facebook. Ne yen troni na no the ba. You say about power. You start to use the same principle. You bet you chew musa. You bet you chew. The bia bet you. The bia you bet you. We retaliate. An eye for an eye, and endorse it. An eye for an eye. But in the same Mitchell say we should stop this. And yet Ghana by no. And yet for NDC and for all we Ghanaians. Sebi, Omu can pay. What did they promise Ghanaians? They promised Ghanaians 24-hour economy. They promised Ghanaians 331 or is it 133? That is what they promised Ghanaians. Now, what is your mama doing?
I know. Say I promised to one. Say and I am cutting on social media.
And say, and misinformation. Misinformation. Because our promises are over the 24-hour economy. You are going into power.
Look, let's tackle the issues as it is. You see, if somebody comes out with a policy and a campaign promise, I mean, I should say, you a politician as you are, you know, say some of the campaign promises now I am the promise. But the issue we are talking about is said misinformation. Is that what we should do as a country? Is that what we should do as a state? And if something is not right, I'm telling to me the right thing. And because we have freedom of speech, should we come out and say
Loris, I'm saying that sometimes you need to react to some certain issues for people to learn. And yet Ghanaians never more, but NDC, the perpetrators of this crime, or say and let me set an example, an ear for an ear. And let me set an example, say, what buying this is what they did. That is why I set example, say Kevin Taylor in ODD attempt. Uya kwa to hono because Kevin Taylor ODD attempt to do. This is a pure Obia ODD attempt. Bagana, Yamanako,
and nobody, that's why I'm starting with you so you can live and we can have our conversation. What's the way forward? This year I am Bill. You've been fighting for this.
Yeah, money, Bill. See, any say, you say Ghana no, law no, and you Juma. You know, since NDC bar power, this country has been lawless. And national security no so the police, I'm highly disappointed in them. Highly disappointed in them. NDC, I'm a victim of the punishment, the prosecution, political prosecution of ordinary citizens. Now me them or Lawrence, you know about it. Now me them or police by home me. Say attack EPA director. They arrested all the community men. Even for that 2 weeks. You know, can say that's so court. Me did my passport show almost said me that time not easy no happen, you know. I was in abroad. My passport me stamp was so. If you are going out of the country, stamp. If you are coming, there's a stamp. Me the show yes still me that's so court. And then President John Mani police. Why should you take citizens to go through this process? What crime? Boni bene aye. Who de court? Aden. Sesi you are no kasa. Mati say yes I'm minority leader. After you markings. Ni kasa and one can ye. Baby, that was the right thing. One sorry pakupe and kasa. And it was specific about one particular judge. He didn't say all judges. So I endorse what he said. If you work as a professional, that this should not be happening. Maybe NPP need. But if it comes to my professional work, Ghana first. Nothing more, nothing less. Because Ghana, a country in Ape, who you NDC, who you NPP, they are fighting to rule Ghana. So if you get power, you should protect the Ghana, protect the ordinary citizens that have voted into power. You didn't conjure the power abroad. No.
Thank you, Doc. You should be wrapping up for me, Doc.
Mr. ɛna na mesrɛ sɛ John Mahama, President John Mahama NDC, ɔmo nhwɛ yie. Ɔmo ahwɛ yie a, we will encourage the citizens to stand up for their right. We ask the citizens to get up and stand up for their right. It is our right. No, no, omu baba arrest wa, omu baba chiwa. Make him or show. Fight for your right. And we're gonna fight for our right. Me se see me ti me fie. Police ni ba me fie ha. No mo ba ye ni last on be ye. So ma be udum so ma be chimu. Lawrence, me come me bibia say me free me fee or me leave you an inch enko without arrest warrant without bibia and sister opa on use AK-47 and there me no be kon just say be ko mukumi na ka me dead body no o matam dia kosi and I said just a police no ekun I'll fight and defend my right okutetu e kura na me fight and defend my right me try Emma NDC and you see police for no Emma treat me sa na ever power police for now move this as no you identify them you power you demote them or we arrest them for unprofessional act so we are keeping their record so when we hear them as professionals we will help them to grow but if they are working as unprofessionals we keep that record and we shall punish every police that has taken part in this act against ordinary Ghanaians, ordinary citizens.
Okay.
Outright sack for unprofessionalism. Say you don't come over, overcharge your salary no. You a d. If you move to the fee or money juma ye sack one no continue fee na for or more or me ye juma amagana coining or more me ye juma are protecting ordinary citizens.
That's it. When Dr. Masood Abongo, chairman for the NPP Russia branch, and out in Canon on the one when you arrest me, appeal near Akoso High Court, and they only any issue no enche and started just an appetizer now in dining name non corner and for the meeting into us. Odoku Kojo upon deputy communication director for the NPP Germany branch, no, or buy on 2 and 2 Afina if you didn't see Swamano. Opening Memoajo.
Yeah, many up here in the major so na bibi aboko de.
Nyame adom akwaba.
Ya me de ya bru.
That's it.
Ma me fa kwanya we so na menchia me ameniamo me nua Charles me say omu defeat 2024 election me ni nhia biem. Say me ko recess kakra ba maba maka che Mr. Eddie say enche masali zini buta ye bebo adwuma ndende na machia me amenia panyi Dr. Bongo so me dwumadi a wodi ma NPP nyina party for so omo recognizing the contribution to the party nti Dr. Babia Obia no me chia opa minim say activities in the doors on teenager wa ba be forma wo say kono na me chia NPP Germany fo nyina so yempanyin fo party no e show munsa a omo toto no ma se be ya rebranding across all the constituencies and the branches we are seeing na NPP o no obi ade ne ho be hyem na bibia so etimi ayekama timeli ncha kese ebe kwa ma me party for I Germany ha say enyina na masachi Ghana fo nyina so mede ncha kese ebe kwa ma most especially weekend di oma omodo omho ba say omo be some party no from the grassroots the polling station for now sabren ya to omo so aba na ye omo no nkakra no ye de ncha kese pa mo me ho na adwuma no kese no ehya ase na ase ni tintim say na ese obedo okon ase na ese dwumadie no so bibia so etima akoso nti menu apiani mense medentia na ebesi wo ha na emse mrepam no ye kase ye chia emse ta koyi ese na ya ye boni kreto ye timi atima soro so nti medentia no ebesi wo ha na ese mi bibi wo ho a watima busam medase
medase oroku opon checheku obi si le guy ni kucheche checheku na ya teno no na ya tinken and we Wabeka and the first time meeting him on the show. I want to say it's an honor. Let me go straight to the issues table for discussion today. In fact, and then be drama about and say about the main company. Now, assessing the one in the NPP, NDC, say, are we even safe? as a country, as a people, as a democratic, we even on a good trend now? So let's talk about the national stability at risk when we have to assess the NPP's warning to government. A brief background of this: the opposition new party, New Patriotic Party, is warning the government, the National Democratic Congress, to halt the alleged political motivated harassment, arrest, and intimidation of 8 members. The party cautions that if these actions persist, it will mobilize its support base to make the country extremely ungovernable. It sounds like a threat. Instability be there, and when that thing comes in, you know where we are heading towards. And let me start with this from Mr. Opon, Minia Opon. We Martin Sama Justin Kodia, some of the Sama national youth organizers, are you threatening the security of the state?
Mr. Piani Mesada CB, I think that they were young NDC for Omusi harassing politically, no. Do baby mini Piani hard drink kakra. Na the entire American say hard drink, and I baku, I am you know, I am yansa. Ya can ya no to ma ama Omugusua ano moye. Na yankan say ebia the yenu moye no. You, by the end of the day, no. Yen hwese eden enipa ye de no kokota eden ye bedi nasem utimi ba arrest obi ebia midnight ye beko yesi wo ha yesi oni ho within the day no ye lawyers betime chini all the course wo Ghana nyina to no avail a political witch hunt na say eden and if start saying na be wie sabri mini apiani eno mabu ho a yemfa bibi nhyase because the nyina anim no la power air transit and then the NDC will power na nyame adom 2028 if power changes are they trying to tell us that we should also do the same thing to them because do mo ye no again yenkofo no and some more can tell NDC for power no they did even worse. Me Dr. Bongo making most of the references. Mr. Piani me makasa na nyechente. Your vice president, as I be one the leader of NPP, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. A whole asset now, me no can say youth employment CEO Basintali, Eden Eco Designer, Preco, Eden editor vice president and chain. What is all can say national security and watching? There be CEO of Gold Board, Sami Janfi, on a minister for communication, Sam George Mo, only a demonstration. Who was Nanado? He was the president of the Republic. Was there any arrest, Mr. Piani? Who arrested one? Mr. Piani, what they arresting? Look at what they are doing. We cannot talk in Ghana anymore. And the freedom of speech and not freedom of expression, John Mahama, a president, the time it doesn't work. So are they trying to tell us? They said you're more at the end of the day, no, when power changes, Obi washing a yes, is that what they are telling us? Baby, we are practicing democracy. They shouldn't go to this tangent because at the end of the day, no, where they are going, no, it's a dangerous precedent. And almost they should cease fire. What you say? They should cease fire. Now, your judges in India, or my say, or mobile political parties in Thailand. Fine, I understand. We have some judges who are NPP. We have some judges who are NDC. But such judge now, or say, yes, or court now, or say, NDC focus biano. That is where they channel you to. Ukwa, Otimika say, Doctor Tenuka, now will play antics or play tricks. Be to what extent? And to office NDC making a power, I go up with that bank. Many MP, no matter like yen chaso na yema democracy no enya attractive. Said the mini chance can ye mu bi no why ye free Ghana two kwan no ye hu say politics no enye gigigi said ye na Ghana no. What you say?
the moment you better about man, a year a man one was who a much man for no tom. And nothing I then Ghana for free said you buy the last 8 years, your money more so many. So I then I almost a buying a buyer there about for rubber, I'm on mine apostle. And yet the omoyen. But me dear, me penny, made the mimi as a politician said, and no more rain it was just to divert attention, a political strategy. And we know them, and we know what they are doing. And
attention from what?
Attention and Chebiana man for raise concerns. You must have 133 a coffee and somebody said you're a president who campaign who can so many ways say Uber a clock no the original campaign platform 133 obi ba no 6 no upon 2 no be about 2 no upon 6 no be about 6 no upon the next morning. So Ghanaians were raising concerns say what is happening. It's barely 2 years they say me no can say 17 months down the line. But proposals are medical parliament in Nano, it doesn't hold anything, any substance. So was it just a mere rhetoric to win power? And I said you want to help Ghanaians. That is what Ghanaians were asking. I'm not from what you say. Nyamiadum, they say inflation will form as a dollar ever form, but it doesn't reflect in people's pocket, and they are complaining. And you may know to many appearing. Except President Kufuor or Kevin Taylor then out of a sudden or two and so just to divert attention. What you say, no matter like we've gone past this. Or mama politics in a year, any attractive. Or mama you to me or paying for more politics. Na your motive any back just to develop Ghana and Ghana first. It's only that we can develop the country because you're banning a mindset. Yes, Debiano, you better see a fortune. Then one way a memoir Nankasan, you from Hammer, Sisena now, on one for NDC for the common confused because we'll be a penetuno. So as of now, the man is restless. You may be a Ghana for the Shannon Sakwa when Jimmy. What you say? A Jimmy media minority side press release or Modiaba, any like the way Monsieur Fremun said, yeah, caution government and I said we are threatening the government, we are just letting them know, say. Power is transit. What they are doing today, it can also happen to them in the future. And for me, so your phones are no show there. And the more the subway, Mufri said, the papa there, then they should continue to do it. But Mufri said, also Mujai, no more focus on the governance of the country there. Then they should do justice to what they were voted to be powerful. At the end of the day, the minister said, Ghana for to about NDC said, Yamachi Chabron, any Baba Mandu and Kotum. And you know, what you make here, TikTok now. Everyone is saying, acquire yourself in front of comedy as one way. What you make here, no TikTok now, much you Nagana, are we like developing in our political things? I say, yeah, the no me dear groby, me son of me mono. But me dear, mini appearing. Start topic, me mamma Cassan and yet, but they make a 10 million men this for and said, about more than one sided. And also, and no one at Ghana. At the end of the day, a bind beba, and if you're more yen, or more power, or more opposition, they said worse things than that. None of them were arrested, none of them were intimidated. They should allow us to talk. And no amount of intimidation, and yet you're more yen the bit of and what said the minority leader can, when the youth decided to go on rampage, Ghana they ungovernable. Young Penisa said the Canadian tomb no yeah from president to the last person they should keep quiet and absorb all the criticism that is coming. Constructive criticism, that is me, my political career. I don't insult. We do constructive criticism. That is the best way to go. So I will just urge my fellow patrons that they should do constructive criticism. They should criticize the government in a constructive way. In that sense, Ghanaians are going to know that we are a better alternative to win the next election come 2028. And to me, the chairman for 14 voters are also there looking at what the government is doing. At the end of the day, election is also at the corner. Me no can say 2024, 2 years, I say 2 years in what you say, and 2 years in, but you 2027 more, you campaign season. No government can do anything. What you mean you be all the focus is on campaign. NDC so they almost say so unfortunate. They are changing a candidate. So they should focus and build Ghana so that their next candidate can win the next election on their ticket. Now they are just playing because like Obufri said, Amamonefo sa foforo mo no mo free say no mo ni mani that so be as omo ba be winning the election no and omo winning. I don't have any problem. We are building a country and we want Ghana to develop. So as it stands now, I will urge Mr. President, say, Mr. President, I know, sir, and no more question in one Jimin country will be as no more question Ghana no won't be. Maybe the main for Kevin Chelo or US and Nasuphobia, my example. But Mr. President, say, yeah, NDC for Yanchi will be entumuno. Mestre said, and no one paying for Enkasa. The appointing authority, you appointed them. Call them to order. No more Ghana, any governable, no more any fair. You need to leave a legacy. Because that is what you told Ghanaians. Say the by resetting agenda, and you are not seeing the resetting. So please, let Ghana be governable. Yeah, your position, you are ready to cooperate. But at the end of the day, no, you cannot intimidate us. Then you expect us to cooperate. No, it will not happen. And if the government wants us to cooperate fully with them, then they should decide to govern Ghana in such a way that and yes, we are NDC for no more government. We in opposition, we are also part of Ghana. At the end of the day, no, our rights must be heard, our voice must be heard. Let me
go straight to Charles. Minister, he's been in the he's been in the back for a very long time. Doctor find there, Kucheche or Ponchichiku, so I find it there. Charles, over to you.
Yeah, Morris, thank you very much. I'm just sad and scandalized listening to Dr. Bongo. The last time I said he is totally ignorant about certain happenings in Ghana, and it's just unfortunate that he normally chooses to, talk anyhow concerning developments in Ghana. In his submissions, or say the police for banners or mobile warrants about you will resist. You see, so this I earlier on indicated that once we have rights, we should also be mindful of the fact that there are responsibilities to our rights. You are in a state governed by laws and you don't behave anyhow. You don't do certain things. You see, you are saying that you are going to resist arrest, and the law also permits the police to also use maximum force when you resist arrest. So if police for Bechona say will resist arrest, not some mobile, then you go and say the police is not respecting human rights. The police is doing its work. If you have a right that you want the police to respect, you must also respect their right to arrest you. You must also respect the right they have as personnel in the police force. Okay. So some of this comment is just unfortunate, and I think it ought not to be repeated here. And or can never be brave. Just that I will not dignify those comments, and it should be treated with the necessary contempt it deserves. You should gather some class 1 children and be telling them those kind of stuff.
He's guided.
We are a serious country governed with laws, and we ought to respect the rules.
He's guided
of the land. So let's go straight to the point. The point is free speech, whether it is under attack or it is not under attack. You know, the fact that you have your fundamental right to speak under Article 21 of the 1992 Constitution, you should also be mindful of the fact that those rights goes with responsibilities. Initially, Oka said, "Amafa koto a friend is a ball a good shuma yina yediwa bobose enyadepa." Yes, we need not to support bad things in our society, because when we keep on supporting some of these bad things, it festers, and when it becomes bigger, we are unable to control it. Sanitation issues, no. Your friend is saying. A problem in Ghana. Look, free speech doesn't mean you have the liberty or the blank check to be saying anything anyhow at any point in time. No, you must say those things with sense of responsibility. Oh, yeah, my brother, your friend say, Odikuru Kasano, or Kache say, he was urging his members to criticize the government constructively. And I love the word that he used, constructively, meaning you should criticize with sense of responsibility. Don't just be saying anything anyhow. One NPP guy by name Benghazi says if the police arrest any NPP member again, they are going to burn down NDC party head office. You say such a thing and the police comes after you, then you are saying free speech is under attack. The statement that you have said, it is a threat to somebody's property. So once you have said that, the police must come after you, because our laws provide protection for what? People's rights and people's property. So if you are threatening somebody's property, the police, as mandated by law, has the right to come and what? Arrest you. This is an irresponsible statement that ought not to be entertained in the first place. Again, Odikuro Kasano, or say Malik Basintale Kase, the former vice president, Ewi Preko. Is Preko a crime? To eat Preko, is it a crime? It is not a crime. That is why the police did not go after him. Because for the police to meddle in any issue that comes up in the country, that issue must have an element of criminality. So if somebody has said Vice President Ewi Preko, it's not a crime. Nobody is interested in the Vice President taking in pork meat or not taking in pork. It's a private matter. So at that point in time, it is an issue between the Vice President and that of Malik Basintale. The state is not interested in whether the Vice President eats pork meat or not. What I said. Again, he also made mention of Sambi Jemfi having sung a song, say, our laws do not meddle in spirituality. Okay, that is why the police did not go for Sambi Jemfi. He did not say Lawrence kill Nanado or Odikuru kill Nanado for the police to go after Odikuru or to go after your friend is saying. He's talking about spirituality, and our laws do not deal in matters that involve spirituality, because spirituality is about faith, and the courts and the police do not have time to be meddling in matters of faith. But free speech, as I know, is airing your views without threatening the peace of the country, without causing fear and panic. If your speech has the potential of causing fear and panic, you cannot come under the guise of free speech and be saying anything that has the potential of destabilizing Ghana. Somebody post, Odikuro Kasano say Obi posting Mahama and Sam George in LGBTQ. LGBTQ is not accepted in Ghana. Our laws frowns upon that. The current Act 29, which talks about unnatural carnal knowledge, is contaminous to LGBTQ. That is why when you engage in any acts that seeks to promote that agenda, or that seeks to, advance the cause of these matters, the police can come after you. That is why it is we are passing a law to deal with that matter decisively. So for somebody to put the president in such a situation, are you trying to say that the president is promoting that act, which currently Act 29 frowns upon? Such a statement has the potential of what? Creating panic among a larger group of people, because most of Ghanaians do not accept that act in our society. So to have the first gentleman and a minister of state in such a situation, what message are you trying to communicate to the people? All right. So the police have every right. Police has interest in that matter. That is why they came after the young man. All right. So engage in constructive criticism and nobody will come after you. How many NPP members have been arrested so far? How many members do NPP have? NPP has over millions of people. Have they all been arrested? They are engaging in responsible communication. And if you engage in responsible communication, no police officer will harass you. No police officer will come and arrest you. But if you engage in irresponsible acts, okay, the police will come and take you because Ghana is governed by rules and regulations or laws, and our acts and omissions ought to be regulated. I'm not going to equalize this arrest, but during MPP's era, worst case happened. Somebody accuses the president of having given the presidential jet to the children and the niece to go and shop abroad. Was he not arrested? Was Mr. Thompson not arrested? Was Bobby Ansa not arrested? Was Captain Smart not arrested? Even though the statement that these guys made do not constitute any public panic, do not constitute any, do not give any grounds to the country be unstable, but these people were arrested. All right. So if we want to take moral lessons for arrest in conjunction with free speech, certainly not the NPP. The NPP did worse things, but that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about people being responsible in Ghana, people being responsible in the country, and making responsible statements, making statements that do not have the potential of causing disaffection or causing fear and panic in the country. Do you remember some time back, somebody communicated through text message that the world is coming to an end and everybody should come outside and stay in an open place. You saw what that single text message cost. The whole country was agog with that single
not too long ago with the Bonoa, a content creator.
So yes, you understand. So if you are making such a statement and you come under the guise of free speech, everybody at the time came out from his or her room, and the fear and panic such statement caused families and household is very, very unquantifiable. So to disguise yourself and make unsubstantiated and irresponsible statement and say that you are somebody is gagging free speech is highly unacceptable. Nobody is gagging anybody in Ghana. Freedom of speech is provided under Article 21 of the 1992 Constitution, and each and everyone has the right to speak, save that whatever you are speaking, make sure you speak within the remit of the law.
Thank you so much. I think, I don't know if Chichi would have some 5 minutes of rebuttal if he wants to at least say something. Chichi, this is your turn now if you want to say something before we proceed to the next topic. Chichi.
Yeah,
you're loud and clear.
Okay, medasi. I think say many I chance and make some 1 or 2 comments there. Whom be here say me make you rebuttal or na make I mini chance say maybe and check about 2 years back. Na okasa say opposition party and then yamiadom power assistant enti obeko to emra and then asefo or in the name say or more power. It's accepted, no problem with that. Na say minia chas ese pork na mo Ghana eni yinti obi betimi the vice president a wo ye Muslim. Say minia chas nim say Muslim for no pork na haram mo na because of political expedience inti obeyi nani aba be kan say bia enye boni bia nim bia ye nuanom kramufo na eden omutie mini problem with that. But 2028 omunko so say ya na omun kansem na ensha manfo obufu because what the vice president
ekoto pork ho na as a NDC communicator ube defend say nipa no de basimchale ye no right there, then I have nothing to say. But the metre mini chance and say power no transit sabe no free say do mo to me no so eden Ghana for na dem almost sabe to magi to me from them by kramoni bi anim say pork haram say mini chance because of politics inti obebu nani aguso dia, then it's fine. Problem be any because atiefo is the best judge. Our best judge yenina yenkomodi ayedi. Secondly, we make a comment this CEO for Gold Board and Minister for Communication and Digitalization era Sam George. Agency PSO eto nyom demonstration yenku nanado a sitting president and then the uko to law say spirituality and it doesn't amount to nothing. Like I didn't expect things like this from you, but because of politics, as of now, how can I say Nyankopon Enku, President of Ghana, Yura Mahama? It's uncalled for. For politics and do baby, we should just respect people. Your man is a man of some the BIA, we should just say. What you say? We've seen say NDC. Among for the diatema and more we can we saw from the last election said most of the CEOs in it they insulted NDC members and they were rewarded. But notwithstanding, it's not a good approach. At the end of the day, you consider ben because I will pepper wenti. Who just in so say Nyankopon eku a president man. What you say? Any idea you did kind of politics and one a beboa. So I was expecting near a chance or condemn say it wasn't a good thing. But defending it, no, it shouldn't be that. What you say? You cannot defend said yes, some George it's that time it was good because loss and spirituality doesn't matter here. What you say? Enya dia this one ka ya manyo sem ho a ebetima bo aba me dia say the maker no say sabre tumi aba na me nua charge free say yes o the nkofo no yes a ento mo nkoso anye sa so be it Ghana for den and the tumi ma almost na sage tumi eden efi unsem enti say be say ya no mo be dia then they should continue that way me dia me nua pemi me nka bebre e wo de me nua charge kan no ba say de nyina enim no edu ba bia say wo free say de wo ye no ya Ghana for enka ho asem. So if we say the no opposition yenka ho asem. We are going to criticize constructively. Say them big kaka. At the end of the day, no amount of intimidation and a bit makaya now to me. John do say obi bo here then 2 years here the enemy or mo bechi o money bechi no na aka 1 year na ya start real campaign season. So they should just continue doing the what you say? Meaning that I know or can say on political equalization, but at the end of the day, no, we are no way. What you say? Say the one say no equalization. At the end of the day, politics and another way. Why equal say about ye and you know so ye. So what Charles is trying to tell us say, Nyami Adoma, yes, we are by Yametuaso. But at the end of the day, no, we should mature in our politics. I'm just urging my supporters, NPP supporters, and the whole Ghanaian populace say, ye move your politics in such a way say ye kasa ho bechi. President is president, minister is minister. Yemwa na Ghana politics na ide humrenyam. Na no na ka boy ama nkwala o mu nyini ba no so politics na ide. Omo so wa timesie bibi afrim na abo ama o ma chechire no bibi atu. Atima koso ntimi ne apiani me de eno ebesi wa ase.
Me da stay busia also bra online na share my for agent trabetu ja 55 share. Me musa Ghana in fee the messages about Peter Hasler from the UK is on the line. Just to appreciate some of the people they are live watching. So I know Emmanuel, I'll take time to read your messages. Margaret Houston, Sansona Dibodifwa, Joseph Kwekuyevu, and so on. Please make sure you share, go online, share, drop your comments, your thoughts, your views, suggestions, and I'll take time to read them out. Now let's head straight to the second topic of the day. Now we're talking about the Ghana's. We are talking about our second largest stock market growth and what is driving Ghana's success. It seems like, in as much as we say the things are working out, the economy is growing and all that. So I would like to start this one with Chichiku. The opposition, maybe from where they sit or from where they stand, they are seeing things differently. They feel like the economy is not growing like the way they expected. And now I say, so if they accept that, it means that they want the NDC to accept the fact that whatever we are enjoying today is as a result of what the NPP, that is the actual administration, left behind. And that's what we are saying. Now, this is what we are having. Let me give you a brief background. Ghana's stock market experienced a historic rally, surging by over 70% to rank among the world's best performing markets. The success is primarily driven by stabilizing macroeconomic indicators, a strengthening local currency, successful debt restructuring efforts, and renewed confidence in key corporate ends like GCB Bank and Guinness Ghana. We are some of the also me person but basically this is what we are having as Ghanaians. Let me see what Chichiku, from where he sits or from where he stands, see where we talk about the growing economy and Ghana being ranked as one of the best performing way in the
question we now what I think say any opposition in a different view. We know that Ghana stock market recently has attracted global attention after emerging as one of the African best performing exchange in terms of CD, because you say CD now more than I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a so the strong rally of Ghana Stock Exchange, has been driven by a combination of economic recovery, investors' confidence, banking sector resilience, strong corporate earnings. And yet, a normal, just a 15-year and a buy, and it started from somewhere. At the end of the day, I understand that government is also a continued process. And Sabria, you say the economy stabilize, the city national. And yet, and now only 2 years, and I say 1.5 year, NDC by year, and on my stabilize it and normal. At the end of the day, economists for, and I said those who knows how economy is being run understand that it started from somewhere. After the COVID, we all know that the NPP government and my government started some debt restructuring agreement. It also affected our chances of winning that election. Haircut, and as for everybody, Timon for money as a fool. Nina can't be a sub to economy net major. Yes, we want to
haircut. No. That restructuring, Mr. Pianufi said, go read the report. It's part of it. And then it's part of it.
Mantini Adam.
But I say,
Mantini and Namibisa say haircut.
Haircut and Huasam America. That restructuring is part of it. At the end of the day, IMF bailout, IMF it's part of it. 3 billion or more you're being to the economy. It's part of the stabilization. Okay. And no one can dispute this fact. What you are saying, this digital economy is happening. We happen to find ourselves. I say Ghana is one of the digital economy countries that we can boast of. It's also driven by this. It started from somewhere, and because the governments continue processing this administration they've seen better things in it. So this Ghana choking this success as we are seeing now. No, if you read the report will not tell you say it started from 2025. It will not say it started from 2024. It started way back early part of 2023. After 2022, setting down. Who said the baby Ghana economy because inflation was around 54%. Around 2022, inflation was hovering around 54%. 2024, it came down around 23%. As at now, a single digit around 3.4, 3.5, which is a good thing. But I said the meaning earlier, inflation is on a single digit. Fuel is somehow
up and down. It goes up, then it comes down. Like it's not that stable. But at the end of the day, no, the Ghanaians are not feeling anything in their pocket. That is where the challenges is coming from. Mini penny. Minu nyina say then. Kuni me moshi. Sabri ya na inflation e wosoro. Ana ye free say no more de no more de o Ghana mu no. E bi nti na sabri inflation as aba from na still na no timamufo no. They are not feeling anything different. That is what they are saying. Say this inflation or this indicators a massage, like a temporal. Let me put it that way. What you at the end of the day, the net dollar first net and then I'm 9, net 10 and I for. But now no, you name say and Biana report by say Bank of Ghana Aboka almost 44 billion and then I say for everybody saying. Ebanisen yatana Ghana ye de eboka NDC for suppliers ebanisen sabi almost stabilize the economy still na almost omoboka. I thought said they are better managers of the economy. Enti no bi no criticize there no. So what happened? And at the end of the day no, this earnings and I said like this success that has been chalked by Ghana no is commendable. At the end of the day no, the government is working. Because they came to meet a formidable economy which was progressing, which was increasing, and they have worked towards it. The economy will reverse back. Maybe what you say. And at the end of the day, since they are able to sustain it, that is why Ghana is able to talk this access. But many MPN, aside that, there are still challenges. What you say? There are still challenges. I will say, we need to look into it. Because at the end of the day, and yet saying a Ghana economy, or say to me, Sabri inflation above from Sabria, full and as for above from a dinner to what is happening? Omundia and on my cry, Omunya's canto. You are in Ghana, you see what is happening in social media. What you say? In the history of Ghana, cocoa price, me many fear, me won't see at cocoa prices, so any can be it cannot come down. But this is the economy. The economy is resilient. Prices are coming down. Yes, still, cocoa prices are starting to. What you say? So things are not reflecting. Things are not working. You can't almost see a near. And the CNE said they also see no. That is why Ghanaians are complaining. That is why opposition we are complaining. What you say? So if the government wants us to close our mouth, if the government wants to silence us, then they should do the work. They should walk the talk. They should let the indicators or do their magic. And you said the indicators it's only work on books, but in reality it doesn't exist anyway. What I say, the indicators are very fine in books. Yes, a 3.5 inflation. Oh, it's very realistic. A book come up, but in reality, what is happening on grounds? That is what Timamufon and no feeling. I probably because I may Timacras made the dollar heading. What I say, $1 never. Cocoa farmers necessary or more communal. What I said, these are the kind of sensitive issues. The government, as the economy is resilient now, government didn't pay attention to some normal. And you said, there be no opposition and cocoa growing areas and on we are bought by nature, only a pay, but Momunino or no, or yet because the cocoa was 31,000. The government made a lot of argument about it. So, because 6,000 or more the say. Me dear, I know sir, and no more be bro. It was political arguments, political talk. But at the end of the day, no, I did not expect the government say come over to cocoa pricing from 31,000 and about 25,000 to the sense that or to corner cocoa growing in echo case 2,500 no, equal more to 3,100 no. To what extent? And I was Ghana, yet me reduce a political talks to this like extent. Yema Timamufo, a beka politicians, Mr. Piani Beka Kayakasa, Timamufo, won't pay serious. Because we just talk and read power. At the end of the day, no, you read power, we are and one. Nothing to show again. What you say? Nothing to show again. Ultimately, the economy is working very good. The economy is in stable condition. I accept me back Ghana recently. No man niaje. You buy a primary center as for. I spent some few months in Ghana. The only thing now me complaining on social media and as for was about electricity bills and as for. The light was running like something, and there's no wonder because they think it's electricity by like almost more percentage wise. What you say? But we talk prepared now. These are some of the basic necessities. They should be working towards it. Because at the end of the day, if it's not fixed, it will come back to them. The people are going to complain because a necessity. Anybody to feel doom lighter. Recently, I can't say doom swaba, and then omodi divert attention. The enemy ref, you know. You could say doom swaba and as for and almost Saturday a Kevin Taylor, a president before omodi a teacher and as for Bermudo. And yet they say doom swaba, doom son, you doom lighter. Mr. Piani, you need NDC for light, and NPP for light. It affects everybody. What you say? So when issues like this come up, let's try to fix it. And go see me chance in say quiet me. Like to come when in say pre-prada. What you say? Like to more than any prada. And you go see the Ben Ghana there. There be and go see quiet. What you say? There be any quiet. Now there be so NDC for ban there be a how or saber. You about 8 years, you know. You experience it like a distraction and as for almost like 3-4 months and then after 4. What you say? But it wasn't like the NDC for you know. So they should do the work. They should reset Ghana as they promised Ghanaians, because they are resetting the economy. Like international bodies have recognized the impact of how the economy is going and stuff is good. But they are not feeling it. They are not getting the impact. And if they were on percent impact, then they should do more. And yes, be a book figures and
thank you.
What you are saying?
Thank you. Thank you. Charles. Metuama. Medica amam brief background. Checheku. Ednedia betuja.
All right. Thank you very much, Lawrence. You know, the most difficult work in Ghana now is to be an NPP communicator. The work is very, very difficult for them because the success that we have chalked in just 1 year, 5 months, baffles them to the extent that they are now hallucinating. What we say, also. They did not anticipate that John Mahama, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, could achieve this success within the space of time, just 1 year. Why am I saying it is now difficult to be an NPP communicator? Because listening to my brother, I could clearly see he's in a dilemma. He's very, very confused because in one breath, the success that we are seeing is as a result of the policies that they implemented before we took over. In another breath, he's also saying that the figures that we are seeing, the macroeconomic indicators, are massaged. So if the figures are...
It's also admitted that governance is a continuous process.
Yes, so if governance is a continuum, then it means the figures that we are having is a function of the policies that they implemented. So, for example, they talk about the stabilization of the cedi being artificial. In another breath, they talk about the fact that the gold for reserve policy that they introduced is what is anchoring the cedi. So if it is artificial, then the anchor is also what artificial. So that is why I'm saying that our brothers are confused. But to tackle the issues as it is, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, prior to the election, promised the good people of Ghana that he's going to reset Ghana because the NPP has destroyed the country in all sectors to the extent that each and every sector needs to be reset, and he is rightly doing that. So you go to the economic sector and everything is in the positive direction. You go to the agri sector, the indicators are also in the positive direction. The communication, health, everything that he promised, he's delivering on that. I am not surprised My brother made mention of the fact that inflation is single digits, yet people cannot buy from the market. Inflation does not necessarily mean price of goods and services should come down. We are not talking about disinflation, we are talking about inflation. So in this case, the rate at which goods and services will be increased prior to their tenure is not the same as what is happening today. We are having 3.5 or 3.4 percentage point of inflation, meaning every month is a month on month inflationary rate. So every month price of goods and services will either be increased by 3.5%, that is 3.5 times within the month, either to during their tenure, that is 2024 December, it was 23.8%, meaning it will be increased by 23.8% times within a month. So, having chalked this success, the NPP now do not have a campaign message, for which reason they are saying the figures are massaged. The figures that they are seeing are organic figures, is as a result of hard work, prudent management, discipline. We are not borrowing recklessly to the extent that we will declare debt defaults, for which reason they engage in the domestic debt exchange program. We are not going to do that. We are managing the scarce resources that we have prudently for the betterment of the entire population. We are not going to borrow recklessly because our firms are benefiting or not. We are not going to celebrate kinky party by virtue of raising 3 billion euro bond. We are managing the resources that we have in a sense that every sector of the economy will have a fair share of the little cake that they left for us. So the rural sector is having its share, the health sector is having its share, the educational sector is also having its fair share of the cake. 24-hour economy that we promised. We are not just making an election promise, but we are looking at generational promise. That is why an act of parliament has been passed to see to the full implementation of the 24-hour economy. So in the sense that when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama leaves office, the footprints of 24-hour economy will still be visible for successive government to build upon. We are not going to engage in any ad hoc measure like NAPCO, which only lasted during their tenure. No, that is not what we are seeking to do. We are not going to waste the little resources that we have to engage in ad hoc measures. We are seeking to build Ghana for generation unborn, and for that matter, we are implementing cut-edge policies that will stand the test of time and ensure that NPP stays in opposition for a very long time. From the way they are behaving, it clearly tells us that they are not ready for political power anytime soon, because they are in disarray. They are being taken ago by the economic turnaround that we have talked within this shortest possible time. Even the IMF is shocked to the numbers that we have achieved in just 1 year. The IMF anticipated some 2 to 3 years, but within 1 year, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, together with the entire team, has proven that we can do it. We have the men, that is, we have competent men, not just talkatives, who know the stuff, who know their work, and they are doing it for the betterment of Mother Ghana. So the NPP, I can tell them that they should relax. The numbers that they are seeing are not massaged numbers. Maybe if during their term they were massaging numbers, we are not massaging numbers. We are providing organic numbers that can stand the test of time. You know, when we started this whole conversation about the exchange rate, they say, oh, it is artificial. Just 1 month, it will revert to its original position. But we are 1 year and above, and still the exchange rate is being tamed. We are not going to say we have arrested the dollar and given the key to the IGP. No. We know how to manage the cedi, and the cedi is now strong. For the first time in over 30 years, the cedi has appreciated in value over 40%. And it is this record that has dazed the NPP as a political party or as a group, which is making them have nightmares as to the message they are going to go into election 2028 with. So, Lawrence, to sum everything up, I would say that the NPP, they should relax. They should only throw their support behind the president to implement his research agenda for the country, because if the president succeeds, he succeeds for the entire population. If he fails to, he fails for the entire population. So they should just put their their wish of seeing the president fail behind and rally behind the president to ensure the agenda will deliver Magana afan into my payfra.
Okay. I think you made your point. Now, let me also move on to Twitch. Twitch and I'm say me messages over. Now it's time for messages. Obi Odu Adun Cheba, this is the time to read them out. Big thank you going to the NDC Diaspora Union. It says the NPP is now crying about the judiciary. The judges graduated from the school only this year. Abungo, give us a break. This is coming from the NDC Diaspora Union. They say, Doc, maybe I want you to break pana. For every school. Why? NDC Diaspora Union, whatever. What is next? Mavis Boatin says, good evening. Watching with the family from Lisbon, Portugal. Mavis, how's your family? I believe you guys are fine. All right, so let me move on to the next one, and then a number of them to read it out, and I want to do it before I leave, because Nana Tafrimu says, good evening, greetings from Tatali Northern Ghana and Sakina Information Center. Okay, Nana, so we have there, Sakina for summary. Why? Okay. Are there more? Yes, there are more. Okay, so this is the one from Twitch, Mamenko, Facebook, and check out some of the messages are ever on Facebook. This one is from Pombe. He says, good evening, watching from Akusenia Somenya. Thank you. Thank you. Another one says, Kwaku says, we are breathing some fresh air. Okay, we are breathing some fresh air and freedom under President John Dramani Mahama, watching from Suhum in the Eastern region. Kwaku say, Mahama by ADN from OGD, and the Mahama. Okay. Peter Haslam, my old boy, my own papa, says, greeting from London, host Lawrence. Thank you so much, old boy, daddy. Yes, he's always following the program. Appreciate. Dibodi, of course, says Dr. Bongo will do politics with everything. Typical NPP communicator. Thank you. I wait for Dibodi, whatever. And not Emmanuel says, why is Bongo always on the show? Has the NPP rejected the program for him? Always, Edu. Ozzy, always with his own questions and answers. Propaganda communicator makes less sense in his submission. Always off point. I would try. Margaret Houston says, I says, we love what the NDC is doing. The NPP criminals should be in jail. Watching from Kwanta. Okay. Anok came back again. Says Abongo is a joke that the NPP will come to power soon. Let me assure you that there will be next party in power. There will be next party in power in 2040, but it will not be NPP. They should think about how to organize their party so they will not collapse before 2040. Hey, yes, you. Ghana in says free speech is guaranteed, but freedom after reckless speech is not guaranteed. Watching from Bosuso in the Pantiakwa South District in Batamambo, Dini Yanam de Achemiwai. Hilda Halidu Baba says when NPP come back to power, will arrest NDC members. We in power are going to arrest you all. The Semo Chichaman for the end of Otnawa Chichamuina. Emmanuel Ano, I say upon is a young politics, is young in politics. I checked back in 1996 what the NPP and Kufuor said about JJ in 2008 to 2012, where the results started from 2017 to 2024, how the NPP instilled fear on Ghanaians. NPP are fake people. They should pray 2040, their party will be alive to be part of the Ghana politics. Because coming to power soon is something Ghanaians are not ready. The most corrupt government, NPP, they took Ghana economy back to 20 years. Harley Dubaba says, listen to NPP lunatic. I want to believe that the lunatic you said is an enthusiast, not what I'm thinking. Okay, and remember my idea discussions. Opening Charles, thank you so much. Mr. Charles is the data analyst and a management expert. Sansona Odoku Kojo upon Biasa Brandi Chichiku and a voice na Kuchechi and I say Avim women a Bible men the Dr. Masud Abungu chairman
Lawrence.
for the Russia.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Lawrence. Mami Kai Charles, so I'm promising 24-hour economy. Says you are 24-hour market. And I mean promising to say, Ombo confiance on the 24-hour market no more completely. Youth need train omo. And don't know so nimni of course we Ghana. First, now 1 liter. Yeah, time. No dollar 16 cedis. 1 liter of diesel. No 16 cedis. Equal. Omo time a dollar value near good no. Dollar 11 cedis. Say see ya so you good no. 1 liter 17 cedis of diesel. And don't know compare with basic economies.
Who bisa what's how much is a barrel of fuel our international market?
Yeah, the number that you castle. Maybe can you Ghana? Yeah, time exchange. And you know we see. We see. The value of the exchange rate will expose you. The value of the exchange rate will expose you. When the fundamentals are wrong. When the fundamentals are wrong, the value of the exchange rate will expose you.
How much is crude now and how much was crude per barrel at the time?
It's not about how much is crude by that time. It's not about crude. It's about how you can manage the economy. And I'm telling you that our time, the value of the dollar was high. It's about how you manage. It's about how you manage the economy. It's about how you manage the economy. It's about how you manage the economy. If you can't manage the economy, you'll be making this baseless argument. Me see, it's not about the crude, no. The Cote d'Ivoire, and the same crude no motor. I don't know Cote d'Ivoire no oil cheap. I don't know oil cheap. Liter 11. I don't know Ghana oil 17.
What is
11? Diesel 11.
This is 11.
I only back on the second one. CS only back on the 11. I don't know idea of 17. I don't know who Chronos are. I don't know who Chronos are. Gold, you told gold in Bokada. NDC from Kwamba, you told gold in Boka.
Same channel. It's a thank you and it's a bye for all of us here in the studio. Thank you.
What you want to go? We see 24-hour economy.
Yeah.